Hello Internet, my name is Clay Orr of Clay Orr Not Customs. I'm here today to start a series of videos to show you how to make a custom figure. I figure that's probably the easiest way to do something, and I get to videotape it and use it to show people and help somebody out hopefully, and I get to make a custom for myself in the process, which is pretty awesome. A couple of things that you have to consider when you're making a custom figure. One is, do you have all the tools? If not, watch my last video. Hopefully you have all the things that you need to even start this process. If you don't, go out and get them. I'll wait, just pause the video. So pause it right now. Alright, you got it? Got them all the stuff? Good, awesome. Alright, once you got all your stuff, one of the main things you got to consider is who the hell are you going to make? You have to determine if you're going to make a Deadpool or you're going to make a, I don't know, a Hobgoblin or a Spider-Man custom, something like that. Just a repaint, what you're going to do. I'm going to start out with something pretty easy, and hopefully you guys will watch the whole series and I'll get these done in a timely order. But first thing you got to do is figure out who you want to make. I have chosen Crossfire. He's a character I've been wanting to make for a while. He's a pretty awesome character, pretty simple, not a lot of sculpting or anything. I've chosen to do the Bucky Cat mold today because I got a lot of them. I kind of hoard these things because anything can be made on the Bucky Cat mold. It's just a normal kind of medium-sized build. I figure everybody's got hopefully got at least one of these Bucky Cat figures laying around that you can use to make a custom. But right now, I'm going to show you how to disassemble the figure. So the first thing you're going to do is figure out what bucket is and how you're going to disassemble it. If it's got pegs, some of the pegs are fat on one side and skinny on the other side. That's where your punch comes in handy. You're always going to punch on the skinny side and never punch on the fat side because it'll never come out that way. The tools you're going to need right now to completely disassemble, or to get at least the pieces off right now before you start dremeling, you're going to need a punch and you're going to need your heat gun right here. So hopefully you'll be able to see it. If it's out of focus a little bit, just bear with me. I'll try and put some close-up pictures in it. But here we go. The first thing I do is I take off all the pieces, the arms, the biceps, the pins, the pegs, the hands, the feet, stuff like that, until I get down to just the crotch piece, the lower torso, and the upper torso. Those are the main parts. That's the part you're going to be dremeling. So the first thing you want to do is get your punch, have it handy, get your heat gun, and the first thing you want to do is just pop his little bitch's head off. There you go. Don't need that. I'll use him later for something. You're going to get your heat gun, figure out what you want to take off first. I start with hands and feet, go up from all those stuff. So you're going to heat up your hands right there at the forearm. That way you can pop the hand off. What you're going to do is you're going to heat up the forearm, heat up the elbow joint right there where the two pins are, the two small pins right here. And then you're going to heat up right here where the bicep is, where the bicep meets the shoulder ball. So you're going to do that, heat it all up. Get your punch and you're going to pop out the small side of the pins. Once you get that done, you'll have the whole arm off. It'll be disassembled. Put it in your little parts bin right here. Perfect. You go to the next arm and we'll move on to the feet. This is how you disassemble an arm. Now it's warm enough to pull your hand out. Hands out of there. And then you've got your pegs. Get your punch. Go small hole in. Push that little fat fucker out like a turd. Get your forearm off. Get your pin, get your punch. Get your pin ready. You're going to want to push it real good. Sometimes it doesn't want to come out. Got your pin on again. Elbow joint's good. You may have to reheat it just so it gets hot enough so you can take off the bicep joint. So. And once you got your bicep hot enough, just basically kind of jimmy it off there. See if you can grab up under the arm, pops off. That was me making that sound. But now you got your arm down to a bare little nipple. Put all your stuff in your parts bin. You'll need that later. And then you do the same thing with the next arm, hand side. Here you go. Put your heat gun down. Sometimes I pop off the arm first, just because that's the part that needs to be the warmest. Body's done. Pop your hand out, and then you got your arm. Always remember for the small side of the pin. That's not the same on the Bucky Cap. It's not. This is the Bucky cap. It's not the same on the Iron Fist mold. He has. Or actually, it is. Shit. It's what is it? 3-pack. The 3-pack cap, face-off Captain America mold, whatever. That has 2 sides of the same thing. So you might have to push a little harder on those pins. So there are your arms. You get those disassembled perfectly. You got your little nipples there. And then the next thing that I'm gonna do is you want to start on your feet. Your feet come off. I don't take my my shins away from or my calf swivel away from my upper leg right there. I usually leave it. The paint doesn't ever really get scratched off of there if you paint it well enough. But you're gonna take your feet off of your lower leg right there, and you're gonna take your 2 pins out of that. I leave my upper leg pieces on there too. So I'm gonna do one leg at a time, just like we did the arm. The feet always come off first because they need to be the warmest. The pegs basically just need to be a little bit warm to get them off. So I'll probably pop both my feet off at the same time. Just get them warm enough. Like I said with the heat gun, you just want to just get them warm enough where they pop off. Sometimes they don't pop right off. You gotta finagle them a little bit. So excuse me if I finagle off screen. It's hard to do it in outstretched arms. So you got your feet off right there. That's what the feet look like. Naked, I guess. No, that's what Lieutenant Dan looked like under his prosthetic legs before he got new legs. And you're gonna get your little shit. I dropped a pin. Always use your parts bin. Like I said, always use your parts bin. I dropped one of the little purple pins, so I'm gonna pull off all the shit that I got right here. Otherwise, I'll knock it off, or my cat will come over. My cat will come over and knock them off for me, and I'll never have the pins again, and I'll have to rob them from another pin, from another figure, another Batroc, which is a pain in the ass to buy another Batroc. Just kidding. He's pretty easy to come by. So if you have a Batroc you want to trade to me, let me know. I'd love to have him. I can use him for something. So what you're going to do is, you can see the small, you can't see that for shit, versus the big leg holes right there. So heat up your small holes. That's, you know, just like my grandpappy taught me. Alright, get your pieces right here. Pop your pins out. Get the leg off of there. Alright, there's the leg. One leg. And while I'm still warm, I'm going to go ahead and pop off this other one here. Pins. Leg. Ay, chihuahua. Alright, so now you got completely down to what I like to call dremeling phase. I've never called it that before, but I did tonight, today, whatever time zone you're in. So this is the easiest way to get it down to there. Pop off all your pieces, put them in your parts bin, get them out of the way, get your punch ready, and get your Dremel with your drill bit. I've been dremeling something black on there, cleaning off. Always make sure your stuff's cleaned off. Get your Dremel. I'm going to be drilling holes right here on the crotch, right here on the hips, at the spot right under the armpit, which is the thickest spot and the best place. I found it kind of to drill a hole in the Bucky cap, and right above the shoulders, right where on Batroc it's right where the gold meets the purple. Those are the spots that I'm going to Dremel. I'm going to do all this in one step, but I showed you exactly where to Dremel, so follow along on the video, and pretty soon you should have a completely disassembled figure. So bear with me. Alright, turn your Dremel off, pull little pieces of plastic hanging off if there are any. Now you got your holes drilled exactly where they need to be, where I think exactly they need to be. I don't drill or even like touch the abs right there, just because I'll show you in a little bit, show you in a little while exactly, or in the next video, why that doesn't really matter. So the next thing you're going to do is grab your punch. I might be prying off camera a little bit just because I don't want to break anything, but I normally go for the crotch first. Who doesn't, right? When you want to hear that pop, and then once you see, yeah, you want to do it right on the seam. Once you hear that pop, that's how you know you've done it right. Then you're going to pry just far enough in there. Like, you see how far I'm going in there, maybe quarter of an inch for standard, a couple millimeters. I'm going to pry it till it pops. If it starts warping, wait till the figure cools down a little bit. You don't want it to warp. If it warps, you have to sand it down and sculpt it back up, and that sucks like a fucking bitch. So here you go. Ah, there's that pop. Ah, something, gotta have them pops. That's the thing to say. And then bam, there's your crotch. Front crotch piece, back crotch piece, and then piece right here. Then you got your upper torso. So always make sure your shoulder balls are straight out like that. And use your parts bin. Get those little bitches out of the way. And I put it in there. Hear it pop. And you can see right here, the little white line right there. That's where it warped a little bit, so you don't want to fuck too hard on that. But you can hear that it popped. I don't know if you heard that sound right there, but I don't want to warp it too much. Okay, I'm not getting too much progress. Let me start up at the top right here. See, this happens sometimes. Sometimes you drill your perfect little holes, and they just don't work. So sometimes there's the pop we're looking for. That's why it's always good to have more than one hole like that. Like that's you know, right for everything in life. More than one hole is always good. But you can see he started cracking up here. He might have not started cracking up here. You're gonna have to sand it down a little bit, put some epoxy, but I didn't warp it too hard. I'm still working on like the perfect place to get it on the bucky cap, but that's worked, you know, 15, 20 times in a row. I've never had any warping like that. So this is a bad example to show you on camera, but that's why it's always good to have it. I'll show you once it's disassembled why it's good to have certain locations. You got your neck ball joint thing out of there. Really what you want to do is just pry. You don't want to like feel any plastic breaking or anything. If you feel it warping, once you get it opened up enough, one of the balls is out. You know, so many sexual things to say here. You want to just grab your shoulder pieces right there, just kind of pull it. Then you just enjoy your spoils. You just take a look at your figure here. You got your lower torso. You got these. I don't know if you guys have ever taken it apart before, but these are little shims that hold in the shoulder balls. That's what makes the clicking sound. So don't mess those up, and that's what you want to be careful not to drill into. I will show you all your parts you're working here with, and voila, here you go. Here's a completely disassembled Batroc with no head, obviously, but we're going to choose a different head, and I'm even going to show you how to attach a head via magnet, how I do that. So if you like the video, subscribe. Be sure to check out the rest of the videos going through how I'm going to finish this Crossfire. I'm going to prep him in the next video. We're going to go through making his little diaper, painting, clear coating, finishing him off. So make sure you subscribe, check out the future videos. Thanks for watching, and bye.